You sneaky, you're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Come on! Come on! Really?
Do you smoke crack cocaine?
Exactly.
Let's give the people what they came for.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here! Get them out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Enough with the woke shit.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Is the federal government stealing from us? Are they sabotaging our industry? Are they taking us down the path to communism? Are they censoring us? Are they stealing our guns from us? Come on, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Knockout!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. Welcome to Friday Night Fringe here on the channel. I hope you guys had a good week. What a week it's been. In fact, guys, it's going to be such a great stream tonight. We're winning.
We are.
If you're interested in what's happening in Alberta, if you're from Alberta, if you're keeping your eyes on Alberta, as the thumbnail says, folks, eye on the prize. We're winning this fight. We got a lot to talk about tonight. It's our last stream before Christmas.
It is.
And it's our last night for fundraising for our vets. So make sure tonight, folks, to get all super chats in, all memberships, all merch purchases, everything coming into the channel goes to our veterans. We're going to try and get a tally just after Christmas for you guys of how much was raised for our veterans. It's going to be a great night. Look, we've already got honorable mentions and Yaniski in the chat with a $10 super chat. I look forward every day to watching and hearing your comments and updates and not feeling alone on views of where I hope Alberta's headed in finally being independent. Albertans are waking up. Absolutely they are. Thank you so much. Tawasali, being a member for 1 month, Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yes, we do say that here. If you're offended, you're in the wrong channel, folks. Raptor Guy, $10 super chat. Pierre, in my opinion, handled Michael Ma's floor crossing quite professionally. Much better than how Dalton McGuinty handled Tim Peterson's. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I get that. I side with that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Dutchy, $140 super chat right out of the gates. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you so much, Dutchy. Thank you for supporting our vets. You've been so generous this entire holiday season.
Very much.
Thank you so much. Ingrid with $2 super chat. Can you pray for my mom? She's a liberal. That's a pretty tall order.
I'll do my best.
We'll do our best, but you can't. Of course, as I forgot once again to introduce the beautiful Mrs. Fringe.
I'm just here.
Great to have her here.
He doesn't even need to introduce me anymore, right?
The abuse continues, and it will continue throughout the holidays. It's always moving. And look at Carson, El Gringo Grande.
Merry Christmas, Carson.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you for supporting our vets with that $20 super chat. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get a roll call. Let's not beat around the bush, shall we? Let's get a roll call going on. Let me get a roll call. Let's see where you guys are watching from. Tell me if you like my hoodie with my lollipop.
I love it. You should see the pants.
I've got my lollipop. Pants. My lollipop hanging out as well, making sure you guys are getting all those. Let's see where we can get people in watching from. Jancor's coming in from Ottawa, Ontario. Welcome in. We got Mystical joining us from Ohio once again. We got George gifting one unacceptable Fringe membership to the Patriots Club.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to our new member. Under One Umbrella is coming in from White Court. We got White LTR at the Whistle Stop Cafe RV Park, home of freedom. Absolutely. Let's go Independence. Sean's coming in from Bitter Cold Spruce.
It is horrible. Bad. It is cold.
It's not that bad.
It is cold. It is a stay in your house cold.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's Mike. By the way, he's not a troll. He's coming in from Calgary. Merry Christmas to you as well, Mike. We got Cold Dead Hands, Langley Township, not Vancouver, not British Columbia, not Colombian, and I guess not Canadian anymore. Go Wexit. Welcome into the stream. Pettycan coming in from Ampere, Ontario. Welcome in. We got How Dare You coming in from Granham, Alberta. We got Whiskies coming in from Edmonton. Snipes is joining us once again from Lethbridge. We got Darren joining us from Spruce Grove. Never heard of it. Welcome in. John Middleton coming in from John Tammy from Plamondon, Alberta. Plamondon? I know somebody sent me an email saying
Plamondon.
Actually, this is how it's pronounced. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll pronounce it how I pronounce it. But welcome in. Sith coming in from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland rocks. Good to see you in here. We've got Mike Freeman coming in from good old Beaver County. We got Bob coming in from West Coots, BC. We got Kurt Van Patten on Derek's couch trying to get these fuzzy handcuffs off. Listen, the more you struggle, the harder it gets. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Carnage Carney. $100 super chat. My God, Steve, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and thanks to Derek and Tiffany for supporting our vets. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much, Steve, for that generous super chat. Rose coming in from Manitoba. Pretty Weird Duck coming in as well. It's good to have him back in the chat. Tim's joining us from Iowa. Soph is joining us from Edmonton. Norse Celt is from Edmonton as well. We've got Derek coming in from Carson City, Nevada.
Wow.
Wonderful part of the world. Absolutely love it. We went through Carson City when we were on our way to Vegas. Great town. Peyton coming in from Grand Prairie, Alberta. What do we got? Rex Gringos welcome in Arkansas. Or Arkansas.
Arkansas,
as Mrs. Fringe calls it. Michael coming in from Victoria, BC. David Brewer's joining us from Springfield. Smitty's joining us from Lakelands. We've got The Truth coming in from Edmonton. Dutchy is joining us from Jansen, Saskatchewan. Welcome in. How do you think Farkas is doing so far as mayor? He flew the Palestinian flag. Need I say more? I don't like it. Eva coming in.
I don't like it.
No, sir, I didn't like it. Eva coming in from Edmonton. Whiskies is joining us from Edmonton. We've got How Walken coming in from Fort Saskatchewan. You're crazy. Guys, I see Philadelphia. I see everybody in there. I got to get caught up. How dare you? How dare you?
I love it.
This is an 81 Honda. How dare you? Tiffany and Derek, have a blessed Christmas. And Indit New Year. I'll have an Indit New Year. Thank you so much for supporting our vets. How dare you misspell? Major Flip with a $20 super chat. Johnson City, Tennessee. Merry Christmas to all my Alberta family.
So
Major Flip, thank you so much. True American patriot. My name is Daticus Prime. I've left a $14 super chat. Thank you so much. Carnitron. Must be stopped no matter the cost. Thank you so much. You guys are great. You guys are so awesome. I love Americans. I love our American audience.
I love our Canadians too.
I love our Canadian audience. We love our American audience. Guys, can we get 1,000 thumbs ups in the streams tonight? Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes at the end of the stream. I'll do a giveaway tonight. I got to scale it back a bit. We'll do a t-shirt giveaway.
Yes.
I can't do hoodies because here's the problem.
It's breaking the bank.
Very generous viewers have been donating to the channel saying, let's do hoodies. But the problem is, folks, is those super chats don't come out until next month when I get paid. And I had money set aside for vets. I don't want to deplete it too much.
Now.
We'll do t-shirts. Let's do a t-shirt giveaway if we can get 1,000 likes. Let's go. Yeah, Fringe is going broke for Christmas. It's funny. I mentioned to a friend of mine that we had to scale it back a bit, and they said, "Oh, it's because you're going to Disney." And he says, isn't that terrible that you're going to Disney? You told everybody you're going to Disney with your family. It's like, no. In fact, I saw a really funny comment after Wednesday's stream.
Yeah.
That said, you know who owns them, don't you? Good luck when you take your kids through there and see the guys in dresses and all these other things.
And my first comment when you told me that was, we see that here at West Edmonton Mall.
Yeah, go to West Edmonton Mall. You'll see the same thing. In fact,
everywhere.
The last time we went there, we didn't see any of that. It was really funny, actually. They kind of got rid of most of the woke, at least. Well, you saw a little bit of it.
There was that one guy at the Bippity Boppity Boutique.
But they do that for press. Like, that's the only reason they're allowing it, that they do it. It's all for show. I can tell you right now, my kids didn't notice it, and that's why I went, and that's why I'll do it again. My kids are happy. That's all I care about. And they don't notice the politics and the nonsense and everything else. So they're happy. That's all that matters. Really excited to do that in the spring. Go down to good old America.
Love America.
For a week off. We'll be streaming while we're out there, folks. I'll do a fun stream while we're out there. Maybe we can bother some lefties. How dare you? How dare you? Says that was supposed to be an indie New Year. Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. An independent New Year. Thank you so much. Raptor Guy, $2 super chat. Carney Tron and Hunter Scream. Thank you so much. Don Allen with a $20 super chat. Looking forward to next year's Free Alberta. Me as well. Thank you so much for that. Look at Derek coming in with a $28 super chat. Merry Happy New Year. And Happy New Year, Mrs. Fringe. You still need to hook me up with a girlfriend.
I will do my best, Eric.
We'll do what we can. David Brewer, $20 super chat. Merry Christmas to all the vets. Thank you for your service. Yes, all of our veterans, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Merry Christmas, Derek and Tiffany, and your lovely children. Well, thank you.
So
I
much.
appreciate it.
Bradley Wilcox
is coming in from Edmonton with the $2 super chat.
to
Thank you
see
so much. We also got Cal coming in with a $5 super chat. What's the news on the new Alberta Tory party? Will they support separation? Look, we're going to get into that tonight. Don't pay attention to the Alberta Tory party. They're useless. Anytime these new parties get started, it's a bunch of old dinosaurs from old recycled parties
just
looking to split the vote.
Yeah.
Just leave them alone.
You know, you've said it a million times.
It's like we say when we say don't feed the trolls. Before we get into memes, somebody said, what happened to Chris and Big Red today? We're going to get in. I'm going to have good news, hopefully, as long as everything goes according to schedule. I'll be interviewing Tamara and Chris Sunday with an interview launching on Monday for you guys. Good news. The claim on Big Red has been forfeited. Chris will get to keep his truck. They're out celebrating tonight.
Which is awesome.
Kudos.
Awesome.
Kudos to Chris. Congratulations to Chris. I always call him the gentle giant. The guy's massive, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Wouldn't hurt a fly, unless you were a left fly. But Chris is an amazing guy. I know Tamara was with him in court. By the way, did you guys see Tamara got a job at Rebel News?
I love that for her.
Tamara's going to be reporting out at Rebel News. In fact, we'll be talking about that when I sit down with them on Sunday as well. So keep your eyes on the channel for Monday. Again, as long as everything goes according to schedule. Their schedule goes up and down so much, like an elevator. So it's hard sometimes. We get things booked, and then they got to get rearranged. So
the life of working people.
Yeah, how dare they work for a living? How dare they work? Raptor Guy, $2 super chat. Michael Ma is Tarantulas from Beast Wars. There you go. God, you guys know all the references, don't you?
I love it.
That's great. So congratulations to Chris. I'm so happy to see some good news coming their way. And what a way to kick off the stream by talking about it.
Oh, I love it.
But let's not dwell too long on the
Fridays?
events. Everybody comes here just to have a laugh, to get the memes. Here we go. Keep your eyes open here, folks.
I love this one.
This one's great. Huggy's snug and dry. Huggy's now making hijabs for people with shit for brains. I think this is great. $276 in a box. I'm not sure how much those would cost. But, hey, there we go. Major Flip. I feel the need for some jingle balls and more cowbell. Really?
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I think cowbell was definitely needed, especially when we see the people with shit for brains.
Yes.
I love that one. I love it a lot. It's wonderful. I like this one. You guys, if you're ever looking for, I know Big Pharma's played a huge role in how people view the world now that it's all negative. But hey, listen, there's a new medication out, and I will actually shill for this medication. I think it's proper. I think you guys should get it. Let's take a look. I
used to believe everything I'd see on the news. use. But that's before I discovered a brain.
A brain is meant for everyday use. Those living with moderate to severe stupidity have seen immediate improvement in common sense with a brain.
I thought the government had my best interests at heart. And then a friend told me about a brain.
Talk to your doctor about what news sources you obey. A brain may also lower your desire to take life-altering advice from celebrities.
Getting lectured about my carbon footprint from people with 3 private jets used to make sense. But thanks to a brain, now I can think for myself every day. When my disregard for 3rd grade biology began to flare up, I knew it was time for a brain.
Do not try a brain if you're allergic to a brain. Common side effects may include accountability, discernment, homeschooling your kids, a better understanding of economics, awareness of the stupidity of socialism, and diarrhea.
For tethering yourself to reality, the only no-brainer is choosing a brain. Ask your doctor if a brain is right for you.
For more information, visit tryabrain.com.
So again, folks, I'll never tell people what to put in their bodies or what to do with themselves. But listen, we're going to start a new movement that you're definitely selfish. You're definitely selfish if you don't go to your doctor today to talk about a brain.
Don't be one of those people.
Don't be one of those people. Make sure you get a brain. Maybe now we should stop people from flying. We should stop people from going to restaurants and stop people from socializing if you don't have a brain.
I don't want to sit next to those people.
You don't want to sit next to those people on a train or a plane, do you? Do you? Maybe we flip the tables, huh? Let's flip the table on those folks.
That's funny.
That's send the video to Trudeau. What do we got next? Ben Bankus. You guys like Ben Bankus? We've showed his Olivia Chow stuff here on the channel. Ben ran into a heckler. This one's about 3 minutes long, but it's well worth the watch, folks. Well worth the watch. I thought not really political, but you guys could do with a laugh.
Funny.
You guys could do with a laugh. Let's listen to what Ben Bankus went through.
What's that?
Welcome to Canada. We're very agreeable.
I'm from Canada. Shut up, you dumb. Welcome to my show. You didn't know I was Canadian? That's kind of cool.
Well, you should know this, should you not?
Should know what?
The fact that we're agreeable since you are...
Agreeable? Well, the last show was better. I mean, you weren't here, so there was that. Are you agreeable? You're interrupting a show, being allowed to seem pretty American to me. What's that? Wait, say it. No. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I love a woman with confidence. What did you say, sweetie?
I said that you're from Canada, so you should know that we are agreeable because...
And what's the context of that?
And you should literally in the context...
No, it's okay. I got this. Trust me, this is good. So, but what made you think that you needed to tell me that? Like, what was the thing that you heard that you were like, well, this is my time to shine? We're agreeable. What was it?
Because I wanted to, give Canadians a backbone, and maybe we're not so agreeable.
Listen, lady, you have what's called early onset dementia. And she means well, I think. What she's trying to say in her drunken stupor is she's trying to say that she's trying to show that we like what you're saying, but she didn't know that I was Canadian, so the whole everything she's saying is retarded. It's not? I wish I knew which one it is. I'm staring at a nicer woman and thinking it's her. I'm staring at that lady in the white shirt being like, is it that girl? No. Now when I can actually see you, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Welcome to season 6 of Storage Wars, everybody.
I don't have a fat voice.
A what?
A fat voice.
A fat voice? Well, you have a fat face. Yeah, I know, but I'm not retarded like you.
I mean, who doesn't love Ben Bankus, right? Like Ben Bankus. Look, if you ever have a chance to go and see one of Ben's shows, folks, go and check him out.
I want to go see.
I highlight Ben Bankus all the time on this channel. I've spoken to him a few times. He's a really nice guy. He loves making fun of the woke. Don't you just hate it when you go to a stand-up comedy show and it's like those hecklers?
Oh,
have you guys ever been to one of those shows?
That's why they're not on the stage.
Like, have you ever been to one of those shows where it's like that, where they heckle and they don't know when to shut up? Like they don't realize they're interrupting the show. They just keep going like the Energizer Bunny. Unbelievable. I absolutely hate it. But go check out Ben Bankus.
Yes.
If you ever get the chance. Look at this. Raptor Guy, you should go check out Scrappy Pat's Chow impression. We'll pull that up for another live stream. Thank you for the super chat. But look at this. Dennis,
this would be in the field.
$500 going to our veterans from Dennis and Victoria.
Thank you so much.
Wow, Dennis, thank you for supporting our vets. You guys, you're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say to that. That's unbelievable. Thank you. I'm very humbled by that. Thank you for supporting our vets. JP Alberta First, $10 super chat. The people that need to take a brain have unacceptable lack of intelligence. Should we tolerate them? You don't want to sit on a plane or a train next to those people, do you? Do you? Speaking of people without a brain, check out this meme. Mark Carney popping out of bed. Mom, I swear Pierre's in my closet. I can hear him.
I love this one.
Hey, Mark, sorry. No, it's just me. I'm kind of still hiding in the closet. That is kind of the way it is, isn't it? I think Justin spends a lot of time in the closet by the looks. I mean, look at him and Katy Perry.
Oh, it makes me sick.
Every time I say it, I kind of throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's horrible. Speaking of the left, though, here's the best-selling lip balm if you're looking for any last-minute gifts for your lefty family members.
There we go.
Good old lip balm for your noisy leftist family.
There you go. Ingrid, if you're looking for something for your mom. No, just joking.
This one's a good one. You got Donald Trump after this week with USMCA and everything going on there. Hey, good boy, Mark. Keep those elbows nice and high where I can see them. I'm going to put my hands in there. I'm getting everything. I'm taking all of it, okay? You got nothing? You fired, Mark. You fired.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with this.
I would definitely love to see that.
I'm here for this. This is okay. This is okay. Speaking of which, I'm not going to read this one out loud.
I laughed really hard.
But it got sent my way, and I know it's crass. I know there's people in the stream that are going to say, I got really offended you showed that. But hey, it's funny. It's Christmas. We needed a laugh because it's the truth, right? Isn't it? Isn't it? Funny. I like that one. I like that one. If you guys watch Christmas movies this holiday season, The Christmas Story is always one of my favorite movies, the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yes.
Of course, you've got child Trump and child Putin outside with Mark Carney. Double dog daring him.
Putin is very serious right now. Like I that's very intimidating.
I think what's happening with Putin is he just can't believe that Carney is stupid enough to put his tongue on that dirty pole.
I can't believe you listened to me. I love it.
Darren saying it's funny, and if people can't see the humor, move on to another feed.
There you go.
I agree. Look, we're in dark times.
We like to laugh.
It's good to laugh. We need a laugh once in a while, folks. We need good, funny laughs. We need lots of laughs. 37 in a row. Mike gets the reference. 37? Not all at one time. Oh, that joke never gets old. JP Alberta First, $10 super chat. Rock Hudson used to run around town for photo ops with all sorts of movie stars, kind of like Justin Short Pants. Yeah, him and Giggles. They just.
Who's Giggles?
Giggles. That's what I call Mark Carney now because he laughs every time they talk about how he's destroying the country. Jancor, $2 super chat. Is anyone coming? Mark Carney looks like he's about to.
I'm going to come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Should I do it?
Should I do it?
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
Oh, watch that first step in the parking lot. That's
take that clip. It's so dirty.
I love this meme. Speaking of Trump, living in your head's no longer rent free. There'll be a 30% tariff on that, folks. There you go. If I'm gonna be living in your head, we're charging rent. There's gonna be a tariff. There's gonna be a tariff, folks. This brings me joy at Christmas. This is my Christmas gift. All the lefties crying and whining. Oh, the bad orange man in my head. I think I told you guys on Wednesday the story of how we made my daughter's liberal teacher apologize for being angry with the Donald in school.
And it's creeping our daughter out how suck-uppy she is.
How suck-uppy the teacher is because,
she is just very much.
When the vice principal heard that we know the premier, not that I've threatened anything. I didn't threaten anybody. I was a little agitated, I'll be honest. I called him and I said, "You're fired. You're going to lose your job, okay? I'm not putting up with this. I like the Donald." But as soon as they knew that our daughter had left school to go to the premier's office and that we knew the premier, all of a sudden the teacher's like kissing her butt. It's kind of nice. It's not because it's a flex. Folks.
Oh yeah, parent-teacher interviews did not go the way.
It was funny because there's nothing more pleasurable to me than making a liberal cry and break down.
Nothing.
And having to apologize to a classroom of students and say, "I shouldn't have said bad things about Donald Trump." And you know damn well it hurts them to say it. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. Danielle puts her pants on one leg at a time like everybody else. I would think. I would think so, right? It's not much of a flex.
I mean, she might be different because she's got these big ass
Here's why I don't think that's a flex. If you meet with like guys on Parliament Hill, maybe that's a flex. But Danielle, here's a little known fact for you guys. She actually gives a shit about her constituents. Like, she had invites open to different Christmas parties this year so she could sit with her constituents and talk to them, so that she could meet with them and speak with them. Pierre could probably take a book or a page out of her book.
But he would have to talk to people.
Then he'd actually have to go to his riding and, speak with people and be around. It's, the teacher went home and cried. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm willing to bet she did. She probably went home and washed her mouth out as soon as she was like, "I had to say I'm sorry for Donald Trump."
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what Donald Trump has anything to do with science class, but that's just me.
It was a science class.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. Raptor guy, $2 super chat. Liberals have less brains than the scarecrow.
Yep.
Oh, that offends the scarecrow. That's yikes. Yikes. Was that it for memes? Oh no. Hang on. Hang on. Wait, there's more. Do you guys ever remember the
Price is
Right? Good old Bob Barker. This guy was on there. I remember seeing this one day when I was homesick from school. That was always the Price is Right. Things didn't end well for this gentleman on the show. Take a look. Take a look, folks.
You've just won a brand new Peterbilt tractor trailer and your own commercial driver's license. That's right. A shiny red rig with chrome to spare, plus the training and CDL to drive it anywhere in the country. Here it comes. Look at that beauty roll. You've just won a brand new Peterbilt.
I mean, that's kind of the way it goes, isn't it? That's kind of the way it goes.
That's
bad. Good news, folks. Again, if you're in Alberta, some things are changing. Some things are changing. People aren't going to be. Where's the satire? Danielle's putting her foot down this week on immigration. And we're going to get into a lot of talk about how people think, well, she's not really on our side. She is on our side. Now she's not. And look, you might think on this channel it's flip-flopping. We're just showing you what she's doing versus what everybody else is doing. Still love that woman. She's amazing.
Yes.
I think she's amazing. The truth saying we have a private jet to hell, people. Yeah, I'm flying. Let's go. Let's go. Raptor guy, the price is wrong, bitch. Thank you so much.
I love it.
I think you've had enough. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. Thank you so much. Raptor guy, $2 super chat. Amazon has Mark Carney toilet paper. Is that true?
Oh, I'm sure you can get anybody's face on toilet paper.
If that's true, I hope it's good toilet paper.
We should get some for our spare bathroom.
Yep, absolutely. We've got a badass custom coating. Shout out to them in Cochrane. That Trump meme is perfect. Thank you so much for supporting our vets. the $20 super chat. Maple Kitty, thank you for supporting our vets as well. Lefties in Alberta have DDS, Danielle derangement syndrome.
Yes, they do.
I think we're gonna have to call it that from now on, aren't we? There's a lot of DDS going on in tonight's stream. You're gonna see it. Raptor guy. Oh, we got that one.
Yes.
Thank you again so much. You guys are amazing. You guys are on a roll tonight. Let's talk about an article that came out. It's not really a meme. This is kind of the end of the memes, but it is something I wanted to get onto because I want to take a moment to thank everybody in this community for everything you've done over this last month. The Globe and Mail have put out this article. Canada has become a nation of charity Grinches.
What?
This season? Say what? Let me remove this for a second because one of the posts, there was a post on X about this. The Globe and Mail is mad because Canadians aren't giving to charity as much as they used to. And I thought, well, hold on a minute.
Canadians are the charity.
Canadians have been giving charity for a long time. This meme kind of said it. I wonder why. Because this is what's going on with our charities.
Yeah.
This is what's going on with our charities. But here's the funny thing about the Globe and Mail. Keep in mind, this is a liberal funded outlet. And they come out saying, "'Tis the season for giving, but for Canadians, that increasingly entails foregoing gifts to charities." Because nothing's better than giving massive corporations a huge write-off.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I will say on this channel, we've been fundraising for veterans. Whatever the total is, folks, I have a chunk of money that I'm putting on top of what's being donated because you guys shouldn't be paying for me to get a write-off.
Absolutely not.
I don't agree with that. But when you go to like places like Walmart, or the grocery store or anywhere else, and they say, would you like to round up to the nearest dollar? Or would you like to donate X amount to helping children eat at schools or whatever they try to tug at your heartstrings for? You're just handing money over to giant multi-billion-dollar corporations to get a tax write-off every single
year. And it
year.
Doesn't have to come out of their pocket.
It doesn't come out of their pocket when they make those donations.
Yep.
If they donate the full amount.
Oh, that's just it.
To charity.
How much percentage do those companies take?
But I've heard of retailers that actually pressure their staff to see how much they can get raised in a day.
Yep. And they make it a contest. Let's make it be fun.
Let's make it fun. Let's see if we can get somebody a pizza party because you raised enough for charities. This is, if you're going to donate to charity, folks, do it in person. Go to an organization and donate an amount. Again, you guys have shown that this article is complete bullshit.
100%.
And it's false. Look at even Dutchie showing it full force. 279 super chat. Merry Christmas to our wonderful, amazing vets. They haven't watched this stream. Well, and that's just it. You guys have been absolutely amazing this holiday season. You guys have helped us raise so much for our veterans because we don't want them to be forgotten or left out. But like I said, I will be donating on top of that because you're not responsible for me getting a write-off in the tax season. We're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts. And that is why this article is just a big bunch of hogwash. Let's take a look at it. It says the share of tax filers in Canada who reported that they donated to charity sat at just 16.8% in 2023, according to the latest numbers from Stats Can, down nearly 22% a decade earlier. Well, what's happened in the last decade?
Past 10 years, right?
Past 10 years, the lost liberal decade. Well, you can see down here, here's the tax filers donating to charity. Here's it going downhill for everybody.
Where the Canadians have become the charity. We need the money.
This is traditionally the biggest time of year for Canadian charities to fundraise. That's partly because of holiday sentiment, but also because companies that pay bonuses to employees typically do so now. Who's getting bonuses at Christmas?
I have never once received a bonus.
Mrs. Fringe worked in oil and gas for 20 years and never got a bonus. I think sometimes you got, what, a 2% raise or some nonsense like that?
That's not a bonus.
They were like, congratulations, we're going to give you an extra 2%.
Yay, be proud you still have a job.
We're going to give you an extra 2%. Maple Kitty, yes. 279, hit the Fonzie. Thank you so much. Carnage Carney, $20 super chat. Just ordered my Carney ass wipe from Amazon. Time to make some chili.
Yeah.
There you go. Good God. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, so where's our charity?
Yeah,
right? Like, where's our charity?
I mean, the government certainly isn't giving to its people.
says charities have been struggling in recent years amid decline in both numbers of donors and the amounts being given.
Wow.
A new report from the Fraser Institute that analyzed tax data found from 2013 to 2023, the share of aggregate income donated to charity fell in every province except Alberta. Big surprise. Alberta, once again, taking care of others just like they do for the whole bloody country. Rising living costs are part of the reason for Canadians' collective stinginess.
Wow.
But some people have also shifted their altruism from traditional charities to social media-driven crowdfunding efforts. So much like what we're doing on this channel.
So instead of it going to a fake corporation,
for
they're putting their money into, people that actually need it.
Yep.
Wow. How horrible is that?
Boycott the Globe and Mail if you don't already. This is ridiculous.
What a joke.
Fraser Institute's, let's go on with what they said. It's worth noting that between 2023 and 2013, the national net worth of households soared by 50% after adjusting for inflation. Where are they getting these statistics?
I'm just going to make up numbers.
Who's making 50% more in the last 10 years? Oh, also while their taxes have gone up, by the way.
I mean, I know who, but
the wages haven't been adjusted.
Not the working class.
The wages haven't been adjusted to the cost of living in the last 10 years.
No.
And where are they getting it? John says they're getting it out their ass. Yeah, they are. Doesn't the Globe and Mail make you pay to read their articles too? They do, unless you do what I've just done and go to a site where they allow you to pull the text for free. A little sneaky, but I'm not paying liberal media. My taxes pay for the government to pay for them. I'm not paying for the article.
They already get enough government money. They don't need mine.
Folks, if you Google archive sites, there are lots of archive sites out there that you can just Google read paid articles for free, and they'll give you sites. All you do is put the link to the article in there, and you can read any site for free. Only support the ones that you like.
Yes.
Okay, the ones you agree with, support those ones. If you like Rebel News, if you like Juno...
It can't be worth it if you have to pay to read it.
Yeah, if you like Juno, if you like Western Standard, any of those guys, support those guys. Don't support this nonsense. Don't support this. It says, as the Fraser Institute's Jake Fuss and Grady Monroe wrote in a note accompanying their report, to put the decline in charitable giving in perspective, there would have been a 1.5 million more Canadians who donated in 2023 if donation rates stayed the same as 2013. That would have equated to $755.5 million more in gifts. Keep in mind, this is the same outlet that joined CTV to say that the reason your shopping bills are more are because of Donald's tariffs. Poor old Donald Trump came in and strapped those tariffs against everybody. So your iPhones are more expensive. All the gifts you're buying are more expensive. It's all hogwash. They're all duty-free. They're tariff-free. They're all tariff-free.
Who do we believe? The paid government? The paid news?
I
could make numbers up too.
I could make numbers up too. I could make numbers up as well and say...
I mean, if that's all it takes to be a news writer...
Fundraising on this channel is up 400%. A non-Grinchless Christmas to support our veterans this year.
We're not stingy. Oh my God.
You won't find stingy folks in this community. You won't find them in this community, the best community on the YouTube platform, by the way. You guys have been amazing. And look at it. They even say the only province that's carried their weight in terms of charity, Alberta. Alberta, can I get an amen? Elaine is becoming a new member. Thank you so much for joining the Patriots Club. Welcome to the Patriots Club.
Oh, I'm laughing at that.
Oh, that's cute.
I love it.
I like it. I'm not a fan of the hello. I'm not a fan. I thought that article was important to share because I did want to take a moment to thank everybody because as this is our last evening that
it is.
And if you came into the stream late, folks, all super chats, memberships, merch purchased, any of our books purchased from Amazon all the way up until today. I'm donating to vets.
And it's our last charity of the year.
100% of it goes to vets. I'm not taking any. And like I said, I'm contributing on top. If you can afford to.
Yes.
Don't be a Grinch like the Globe and Mail says.
Don't be stingy. No, just
don't be stingy. Support the vets.
Share.
Support the vets if you can.
Like and share.
You guys are incredible.
Awesome.
You know what is incredible? Alberta Independence is on its way forward.
It is. Oh, I'm so excited.
If you guys, what the halal was that? I like that. That's a good one, Phoebe. Let's take a look here. Alberta Independence Town Hall coming up Monday, January 26th, 7 p.m. A lot of people saying, hey, is this the rally everybody was talking about? Not necessarily. However, this is an event. This is the first town hall they've had in Calgary since, I believe it was April or May of this year. So
they've rented out a large space to fit
6,000 people at the BMO Center.
So if we can push those numbers, that would be amazing.
This is going to be a big event. If you can get there, get there. It's free.
Yep.
All you have to do is go over to albertaprosperityproject.com, and I believe you can register or use the QR code down in the bottom. I'll even blow it up. If you want to scan that QR code, it'll give you all the information you need. Make sure you're there. I'm going to do my best to be there as long as the weather is good.
Weather pending.
Weather pending.
The end of January.
Keep in mind, it's the end of January, and I got to drive 3.5 hours to get there. But as long as I can get there, I'll be there as well, folks. I will be live streaming the event. Media will be there. I've been told by APP this evening that they will be holding a big rally similar to the rally that they had in Edmonton, but they want to ensure they can get a lot more than 6,000 people there. So if you can go to this town hall, let's fill all 6,000 seats. It's going to be amazing. I'm not sure if there's any finalization on who's speaking at this yet, so I don't want to say much.
No.
But what I will say is that I'll be there. I know a number of others will be there. Make sure you go to this event, support it, get your information. If there's anybody you know in Calgary that's on the fence or curious about questions on independence,
this is the perfect place to go and get your information.
The best time. I know a lot of people, and I haven't seen the chat moving because I've got Randy's super chat hanging out here. I don't know yet if they'll be collecting signatures.
No. And they don't know yet because it is right around the time, so they're waiting for the guidelines on what they need.
They're waiting for the rules from Elections Alberta if they're allowed to take signatures at this event. So we don't know yet if they'll be taking signatures. As soon as we do, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Randy, $5 super chat. My husband has had the same job for 15 years. He doesn't make any more today than he did 15 years ago. 50% more.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Mr. and
I
Mrs.
love where they're getting their numbers.
Same to you as well. Merry Christmas as well. Look, White LTR, $100 super chat. Merry Christmas to you both for great content and our vets.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. God, this channel has just been getting hammered lately by YouTube. Penny Can, new member. Thank you for joining the Patriots Club. Welcome to the Patriots Club. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but politics in general on this platform have taken a huge hit.
Yeah.
They don't push the videos out anymore.
Now they're trying to shut you down.
They try to shut them down. So anytime you guys are enjoying this stuff, hitting the like button, leaving a comment, sharing the video on your social medias helps, because YouTube isn't putting our information in front of new people anymore.
No.
You'll notice if you look at the videos, it's about the same total of viewers every single day. And what I'm seeing from YouTube is we're not putting your stuff on new eyeballs. Which means it's up to this community.
Every day you're gaining and losing the same subs.
Every day I'm gaining 100, losing 100. They're keeping me locked in. Locked in. They don't want us hitting 150,000 subs, folks. So if you haven't subbed yet, or if you've been unsubscribed from the channel, hit that subscribe. I know somebody telling me they had to do it 3 times this week.
Yep.
JP, $5 super chat. Make sure to donate to APP. This is the way we keep the free people that need to move on the right side of the fence.
Yes.
Yeah. When we're donating, we'll donate this donation we're running now, those for our vets.
Yep.
So we'll be donating that to our veterans. But yes, donate to APP if you can. Ingrid Stewart, $5 super chat. Love our amazing veterans. Thank you, Ingrid.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate that. So the Alberta Independence Rally.
So someone's asking, what percentage of the donations go to the vets, and what does YouTube take?
So YouTube takes 30%. And that's where I got a little caught up with the hoodies last week. I didn't account for the 30% that YouTube takes.
That's okay.
When we gave them away, and that's okay. The Fringe covered the additional cost. We got it done. But that's why we're going to give away hoodie or t-shirts now instead of hoodies. Hoodies will be for the member draws at the end of the month. Members at the end of the month, if you're a member of the channel, you're in an automatic draw. You can pick anything from our shop for supporting the channel. So we'll leave hoodies for those draws. It gives a little incentive for people to become members as well. If we do giveaways in the future, we'll just do t-shirts.
Yes.
Or hats. You guys can pick. You guys can pick if you win. T-shirt or a hat. Let's talk about what's going on now in Alberta. Alberta Next panels. Alberta Next panels have concluded Danielle Smith saying what's finalized out of those Alberta Next panels. Yeah, CB, we set a cap as well. You can get a cap or a t-shirt, one of the two. Gerald, $10 super chat. Derek and Tiffany, Carol and I will be there at the BMO on the 26th. We support Independence.
Love that.
100%. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting our vets as well. Absolutely amazing. Rise of Alberta putting out here, the Alberta Next recommendations are a step in the right direction. True sovereignty cannot be achieved inside of a system designed to override provincial authority. Alberta independence is the only permanent solution. So here's what's come forward from there. Here's the final recommendations from the Alberta Next panel. So what we're going to do here is build Alberta-controlled institutions. Reduce reliance on Ottawa by strengthening Alberta-led governance and institutions. Study Alberta-run income tax. Conduct a full cost benefit analysis of Alberta collecting its own personal income taxes. No referendum at this time. So Danielle has already stated at the AGM she's going to put this forward, that this is part of the plan for an Alberta pension plan. She's also talked about the RCMP, which gets us into the next one, transitioning to Alberta policing. Continue establishing the Alberta Police Service, transitioning rural and small city policing away from the RCMP. Maple Kitty, is the new design in the shop? No. We got a little busy today, and throughout the week, there was a lot of things going on. I don't have a new design in the shop yet. I wanted to, but there's plenty of Alberta hoodies in there for you guys as well as others.
We'll get it in there.
Go take a look. I'll get it in there, I promise.
It's almost like we have like children or something.
YouTube should only take 10%.
100%.
There is a link in the description, folks, for something called Buy Me a Coffee. You guys can always donate there, and then they only take 5%, I believe. It's 5 or something small. You can always go through Buy Me a Coffee if you want to. It just doesn't pop up on the screen like a super chat. But I do send out my thanks to everybody who donates to that after the show. They're going to protect provincial jurisdiction. Hold a referendum on working with other provinces to pursue constitutional changes, including opting out rights with funding loss, or without funding loss, protection from federal interference, provincial appointments of judges, and abolition of federal Senate. Full APP proposal before any vote. Provide Albertans with detailed benefits, costs, governance, and implementation plans before scheduling any Canada Pension Plan exit referendum. So they're going to make sure. Now, APP means the Alberta Pension Plan, by the way, not Alberta Prosperity Project. But they're going to make sure that any proposal, they're going to have all the information out before any vote so that people have a very clear understanding of what they're getting and the benefits that outweigh the others. Reform equalization and fiscal federalism. Alberta should lead national efforts to reform equalization and fiscal arrangements. Provincial control over immigration, which we're going to get into tonight, folks, because Danielle really stepped up. Proceed to a referendum on Alberta exercising more authority over immigration decisions. What happens next? The government caucus will review recommendations. No final decisions made, but public reports are now available. So essentially, Danielle's going to move forward with all the things she talked about at the AGM, Castle Law, immigration's going forward, Alberta pension plan, Alberta's own police force. So this is where I keep saying that when people say, I don't believe Danielle's on our side, I don't believe that she sits on the road to independence, she doesn't back independence because she hasn't said it out loud. This is her saying it out loud. She's laying out the groundwork and the foundation to make transitioning for independence significantly easier. The vote sits in our hands, and it's up to us now to make sure we get the vote. And not just get the vote, but succeed with the vote. It has to be a citizen-led initiative. Badass Custom Coatings, $2 super chat. We'll be there with pen in hand. Awesome. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you. I ran into Badass Custom Coatings at the last rally.
Yep.
They're an amazing company.
This one's a lot closer to their home.
A little bit closer for them. While all of this is going on, folks, and keep in mind, in the new year, we'll be collecting signatures. APP will be collecting signatures. Huge signature drives. 50,000 volunteers will be canvassing the province in order to collect signatures on their behalf. And the one thing I keep saying is that things are going to heat up in the new year. The big thing, the big elephant in the room is going to be to keep in mind that while some people signed Tom Lukaszik's petition because they wanted a vote, he still attained 405,000 signatures. Now, APP has talked for a long time about how many people are on their database.
Yep.
How many are going to commit to signing for independence or a referendum on independence. And what's going to be the real kicker here is how many verified signatures they can get, because not everybody who was on that website is validated.
No.
We already know there's probably bots, there's trolls, there's everything else, but it's how many signatures can they get in the middle of winter? How fast can they get them? And how many more are there going to be than Tom Lukaszik's? Because it's going to paint a picture, folks, not only to the map ahead of the work that has to be done.
They don't need to be sneaky to get their signatures.
They don't have to lie to people and manipulate. They're getting
Tom Lukaszik did.
Yeah, they're getting straight up signatures. But it's going to paint a roadmap to what opposition might look like in a referendum. It also paints a roadmap to how many people are likely to vote in the referendum. And it also helps paint the picture as to the uphill legwork that has to be done by APP in order to succeed with a vote on a referendum.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great to see them get those numbers. It's going to be great to see how many they tally. But one thing I was talking with, I was actually talking to Master of Snatch about this the other night. 2.5 million for a win? No, we're not going to need that many. It's not going to be that many. There's 2.9 million registered voters in Alberta.
Yeah.
Not every voter is going to vote in this referendum.
No.
It's important. You probably run it on the same lines as who voted in provincial elections.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a safe number to accumulate for. It's roughly a 60% voter turnout. You probably want a 70 to 80% voter turnout if you can get it.
OAO will do that.
OAO will do that for you. I don't even acknowledge this anymore. That joke is like whipping a dead horse. It's so dead. It's so dead. Thank you for the $5 super chat. How are they going to go about getting the signatures? I'm not sure yet. I'm assuming they'll have signature drives. I'm assuming they'll have a lot of things ramped up for that. Again, as it comes out, Bryce, I'll be informing you guys. They'll be informing you. We'll keep you informed at all times as soon as we have the details. Kurt, just make damn sure no shenanigans with the vote count, like lost votes being found after the fact. The good thing about Alberta elections, folks, and for all of our American viewers, I heard people talking about Dominion and all these other things the other day. Keep in mind, Danielle Smith has made sure Alberta sticks to paper ballots, and they must be verified that every name on those ballots is a registered Alberta voter. They double, triple check everything.
Yeah, they're very thorough.
And I can assure you, for something as crazy as a referendum question on independence, they will be very
100%.
thorough on what's going on. So my fears are qualmed to a certain degree. Now, do I think shenanigans are going to occur?
Oh.
Absolutely. And we're going to get into that in a second here. But paper ballots, and they do verify all ballots at the end of the election.
Yep.
So I think if we can get 70 to 80%, we're going to have a good referendum vote. Hate Machine, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Now that everyone is here, for those sad, there's no Unhinged Fringe next week. We're going to do PJ's show this Sunday night. Time to be determined. Sub to his channel and turn on notifications. I agree. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Yeah, watch us out on PJ on Sunday. It's going to be great. So here's the thing about the vote. If we can get a significant turnout, I think we're going to need somewhere around, and let's say 70% of the voters turn out. We're going to need somewhere around 1.1 to 1.5 million votes in order to win this. So what you're going to see, folks, is that if APP can garner 600, 700, 800,000 signatures, and that sounds like a lot, but keep in mind, Tom Lukaszik got 405,000. And that was by lying to people and really pushing hard to get it. Manipulating people. APP has been touring the province for months, educating folks, dropping truth bombs everywhere, campaigning for independence. I don't think they're going to have a problem garnering those signatures. But with 2.9 million registered Albertan voters, should they get 600, 700, 800,000 signatures verified, that's when the federal politics is going to start taking notice to what's happening provincially. They're not just going to write this off as a small fringe minority. They're not going to sit there and say anymore that, oh, it's not to be taken serious. It's just a bunch of angry rednecks in Alberta, a small group of people trying to radicalize politics.
Just wait.
Maple Kitty with a good reminder. Thank you for the super chat. Don't forget to update your Alberta elections info. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where do we sign up? So you can go over to albertaprosperityproject.com where you can sign your intention to vote as long as you're a registered Albertan voter.
Yep.
You can sign your intention. They do not sell any of your information. Mitch Sylvester has said that straight up. The information you leave with them is simply for them to contact you at the time of them garnering signatures, telling you where to go to get it. They do not sell your information to third parties. That information stays under lock and key. So you don't have to worry about leaving your information with APP. But what you'll see is if we can garner that many signatures, folks, that's when the scare tactics are going to come out, because they're already coming out in Alberta. Let's talk about what's happening here. Amidst all the recalls, and I don't think the recalls are going to take. I really don't think the recalls are going to do anything. I think the recalls are in place for the NDP to start garnering what they're...
It's a ploy, a distraction.
Well, it's not only a distraction. I think it's there to give them data for an election. It's to tell them where they stand.
Yeah. They're just getting numbers.
Look at this latest poll. And the lefties were groveling over this today, folks. But I wanted to show this for a reason. Because this shows you the dangers of vote splitting. This is why I keep saying we have to support Danielle Smith.
Yep.
And we have to support the UCP, even if we don't like every single thing they do. They're the best of the best of the bunch. And Danielle is doing a hell of a job. If independence were to fail, we need the UCP when this is all over. At least if we want a second chance at another referendum vote. You'll see here, Polling Canada shows, Alberta provincial polling shows the UCP currently at 48%, NDP at 45%. The Alberta Party, people were asking about this at the beginning of the stream. Hey, what about the new Alberta Tory Party? The Alberta Party is at 4%, with the Liberals sitting at 3%, others at 1%. That usually means the Republican Party, right? So the Alberta Republican Party and the Alberta Party in general holds 5%. So when you see that on the scale here, 3% to the Liberals, if you took this extra 5% between the Alberta Liberal Party, or the Alberta Party, sorry, and others, and added that to the UCP, if these old dinosaurs didn't come in with their vote-splitting bullshit, that'd be another 5%, which would put the UCP at 53.
Yep.
Versus 45 for the NDP. This is why I say do not support the Alberta Party. Anytime people go from the UCP over to the Alberta Party, it's a bunch of old dinosaurs that say, well, we're going to start our own party because we have connections, we know people, we can get a few people in seats, hopefully, and keep our pensions while holding up the view of others. It doesn't matter if they support independence. The UCP backs independence. They've given us the framework for independence. They gave us Bill 54. They adjusted Bill 14. They made sure APP's question could get past a judge. They're making sure we have our own police force, our own pension plan, our own immigration control. We need to back the UCP. If the Alberta Party comes to your door, I would personally, if they came to mine, I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but I would tell them to take a hike.
Yep.
They're not wanted on my property because I want Alberta to stay the same. Even if you wanted to vote for these guys, all it's going to result is the NDP getting into power. That's it. We're in such a delicate state in Alberta that if you vote anybody but UCP, it essentially gives the NDP a win. And we can't afford to do that. So when you see guys like Cam Davies coming out full force in the new year, oh, independence is so great, but Danielle does this and she does that, and you can't trust anybody else, and you got to vote for the Liberal Party of Alberta, or not the Liberal, sorry.
Oh,
The Republican Party. See, there's so many now, we always get them tongue-tied. The Republican Party, the Alberta Republicans, tell Cam Davies to shove it.
Yeah.
Cam Davies should be boosting APP, not looking for more government. You don't get away from the government by installing more government.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm sorry. Well, see, and that's the thing. Was this poll done in Edmonton? I'm not usually sure. This is an Angus Reid poll, and usually these polls are done.
You can never believe the numbers. No.
But here's Marty Up North's take, and I do agree with what Marty Up North says. The latest Angus Reid poll shows that the NDP are gaining in Alberta because people perceive that Danielle Smith hasn't done a good job tackling the top two issues that face the entire country, the cost of living and housing. These are two issues caused by Ottawa's bad policies, and I can easily show how Alberta leads every other province in dealing with those. We have the highest wages, some of the lowest inflation, everyone is working, and we're building more housing than any other province. What more do people want? And that's where I really got on board with what Marty was saying. Him and I don't always agree eye to eye, but I'll tell you that. What more do people want? That's the one thing I always hear in Alberta. Well, it's bad. Oh, I can't get jobs. I can't this, I can't that. We don't have any provincial sales tax. We don't have HST. We have the lowest tax rate in the country. Yeah, if your last name is Singh, you have an easier time getting a job, but Danielle's working on that. It's the only province with a premier that actually represents their constituents, that's actually doing things to protect their people from the overreach of the government, despite what people think about MOUs.
Yeah.
How do I get a hoodie? Mike, can you put a link to the shop in the channel for me? You can always head over to the shop. If the shop button isn't on the live streams, I don't know why it doesn't get implemented. Go to any one of our videos. The shop button's right below the video. You can always get there that way. I believe there's a link in the description as well. Mike TV will put a link up there for you right away. There it is. There it is right there, folks. Follow Mike's link. You can pick up your stuff there. So after Marty says, what more do people want? Who in their right mind believes that Nenshi would do a better job than Smith? So here's the Angus Reid poll for context. 48 to 45. Again, 4% to the Alberta Party, 3% to Liberals, 1% to others. So 5% is being split already by these polls to essentially give a lead to the NDP. That if the Alberta Party gains any more ground, or if people get mad at Danielle Smith, we're in trouble. Here's the lefties. Latest Angus Reid poll modeled out. Now here's where the fuckery comes along, pardon my French. The shenanigans. This is where you're going to see the false information flying around between now and when we vote on independence. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Because like I said, if APP garners 700, let's say 600 to 800,000 signatures, that's when the Conservative Party is going to start attacking Alberta. That's when the whole federal government's going to turn around, because the Conservatives lose the majority of their seats. Their party is similar to the NDP if Alberta leaves. They're crippled, including Pierre's seat.
Why are the big cities so NDP?
Well, that's what they're saying. Now, we all know that Edmonton typically votes orange.
But Calgary?
Calgary doesn't vote this way. And that's where the BS is coming in. So this person's celebrating. Latest Angus Reid poll modeled out 44 seats for the NDP to 43. NDP majority government. This is the change, plus or minus change from 2023 general election. So they're saying that Calgary is going to vote mostly vote NDP. Now, the only reason I would tend to believe some of this is because the Muslim vote in Calgary.
Yes.
And the leftards that do live in that city that still huff their farts over Nayab Nenshi and think that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Lethbridge does not completely vote orange.
No.
In provincial elections. I think half of it usually does. Half. But you've got Calgary is the biggest problem for those votes. I think somebody said it. Somebody said it. There's John. That's the big problem. Yeah. The big problem is Calgary. I don't believe that these ridings will be voting for NDP. I think this is all just a bunch of horse crap. But you can see the rest of the province.
A scare tactic.
They're showing Edmonton up here. They're showing, Banff and the Rockies over here voting in favor of the NDP, which typically happens. They did vote that way in the last provincial election. But Calgary doesn't vote like this.
No.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't think it's... I think it's more orange around the north.
Now, here's where we get into the nonsense. Disclaimer, this projection is modeled from polls, so it can be inaccurate, meaning I could be posting nothing but bullshit here. Individual electoral districts are difficult to project. I am not responsible for the use of my projections in social media posts, campaign, or gambling and subsequent consequences of those actions. So what it says is I'm spreading nothing but bullshit. Somebody said, is that factoring in 2 new ridings? It says the redistribution isn't finished yet. 0 chance Calgary Southwest is voting NDP. I would tend to agree with that. We used to live in Southwest Calgary.
Yeah.
I can verify. They do not vote NDP. This would mean, if you go up to this map, let's go back up. Calgary Southwest, this would mean that those like, is it Rebecca Schultz?
Yeah.
Over in Midnapore, Rebecca Schultz would be losing her seat? I don't think so.
No. I don't
Rebecca Schultz does an amazing job. She's had her seat for forever. Rebecca Schultz won't lose her seat. Like, the amount of seats that they're saying here would be lost. It's not happening. It's not happening. In the last year, over 1.5 million people have moved to Alberta. Where do you think they came from? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Calgary will not vote like this. It won't happen. I'll tell you right now, these are good polls to have out, and the reason for it, folks, it's going to scare the shit out of people who live in Calgary.
Yeah. That
they're going to start saying, "Oh, we can't sit on our butts in the next election. We can't let that happen." The biggest problem is what we were talking about earlier. This.
The split vote.
I would be telling Cam Davies to shut up. Join APP if you're going to do anything of contribution. He used to work for Jason Kenney.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is similar to what I'm saying of the Alberta Party. Another guy out of politics. And look, he's a nice guy. I don't want to badmouth him like I hate him or something, but what he's doing is splitting the vote. Anytime I've talked to Cam, for the most part, he's been a pretty nice guy. And I'm sure he's a wonderful guy to sit down and have a drink with or chat with. I'm not discounting who he is as a person, but his intentions, you don't get rid of government and claim independence by installing more government. That's just fact. I can't get behind Alberta Republicans. You've also got the Alberta Party, who's just a bunch of Tories leaving the UCP to say, hey, we're going to do it ourselves. They won't stand with independence the way Danielle does. They won't. They'll tell you they will, and then they'll pull a 180 like every other politician. They'll pull a Jason Kenney on you. These guys are splitting the vote. Everyone needs to tell the Alberta Party to kick rocks. They got to tell them to get out, or the NDP are going to win.
Yeah.
Plain and simples. Signatures are looking to find local businesses to host a signing table. For those that cannot, we hit the street in the cold. I appreciate you letting me know that. I haven't heard anything about that from APP yet. Take that with a grain of salt, folks. Because this could be a volunteer saying this, and I'm not discounting that.
Nope.
Again, once we know what the plan is from APP, I'll keep you up to speed. I wait until APP tells me everything. I appreciate people feeding me the information here, but once it's verified by APP, I don't want to speak on their behalf until then. So we talked about that electoral map. We have to stay vigilant. Things are really going to heat up in the new year as soon as APP starts taking those signatures. You're going to see Naheed Nenshi pointing the finger saying, Danielle does this, Danielle does that, Danielle.
Yeah, it's always like that, though.
The left-wing media are going to be smearing the hell out of Danielle Smith in the UCP, trying to get her votes driven down. And the minute that APP gets their signatures and verifies those signatures, and we get the referendum vote, because we're getting it, folks. They need what, 170,000?
Yeah. It's going to be a big gong show. That vote is going to happen, what, next October?
It's going to happen somewhere in the fall is our guess. That's what Keith Wilson figures. But what we're going to see, folks, is that, look, for 170,000 signatures, they're easily getting it. So it's a guarantee at this point. But the minute that Danielle Smith says, well, they got their signatures, they're verified, we're legally obligated to hold a referendum, we will hold it in the fall. The minute she makes that announcement, the media, the federal government, the NDP, all of them, they're all coming after the UCP. Social media is going to get smeared with all of this false bullshit to get people to jump ship on the UCP, to say, no, don't even vote for independence, don't vote for any of that. I guarantee you, and bookmark this video, save this video, because I guarantee you I'll be saying, didn't I tell you so? You'll see Nahid Menshi doing all these speeches about how much he loves Canada and how much Canada has done for people and how you're a terrible person if you turn your back on your flag or your country.
So fake. He's going to say whatever he needs to say.
It's going to, keep your heads and stay the course. So I don't want to see anybody in the comment section in the new year when I'm saying, here's what Danielle did, here's what other people are doing, claiming it's flip-flop.
No.
I will be doing my best to weed through the nonsense with you guys and ensure everything you're getting is fact. This will be a fact-checking machine over here at Unacceptable Fringe. I'll be working in conjunction with other channels like John Bolton, PJ the Belt. We're all on the trail for independence, folks. We're all on the same team. We're going to make sure that the information you're getting is accurate to the T. APP will be making a number of appearances on this channel, on other channels, to ensure you're getting the right information. So when you're hearing things, this is so important. When you start to hear things in the New Year's, rumbling, is it true?
It is going to be such a fight. There's going to be so much chaos.
Is it true Danielle did this? Is it true that this happened? Is it true they're signing off this? Is it true they're doing? Don't buy into any of it. Any of it.
It's going to be wild.
Just like I said earlier about the signing tables and whatnot, until APP says something, don't buy into any of it. Just put it on the back burner and say, I'm concerned about this. And we'll make sure to lay out the facts. We'll make sure to lay out the facts. Yeah, they're going to spin so much hate and division. It's going to make the pandemic.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to make the pandemic look like nothing. You guys got to remember that when Alberta leaves, it screws the rest of the country. It screws the Conservative Party.
They're going to do whatever they can to sabotage it.
It doesn't just screw the Conservative Party. It dismantles the Conservative Party. Their golden goose is gone. No more Alberta footing the bill for everybody else.
Nope.
Dad's left with the credit card and the kids get to pick up the check from now on. That's essentially what's happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the rest of you that live in Alberta. I am sick and damn tired of provinces like Nova Scotia coming out last week saying we're kind of disappointed with how much we should be getting more.
Really? Because we got nothing.
Here's what to do. Premier of Nova Scotia. I can't even remember his name because I don't care. The guy who said you can't go walking in the woods. Take your request for more transfer payments, turn around, pull down your pants, and shove it right up your ass. We're not paying your bills anymore. We're done. Alberta is leaving. We're going. We're taking our money. We're taking our money and we're going.
We're taking it back.
Taking it back. We have to stay the course. We have to make sure we're on board to win this fight. And again, I think, God, Danielle, I love this woman. I swear to God. If I wasn't married and she wasn't married, I'd be calling her.
I probably would too.
My wife isn't gay, but she'd call her too. Danielle Smith posted the other day, Albertans are tired of the last 10 years of the federal government's unsustainable immigration policies, putting huge burdens on our education, healthcare, and housing sectors. This is one of the biggest things I try to push when I'm talking about independence. When the teachers want to bitch and moan, well, we don't have enough schools, we don't have enough teachers, we don't have... Well, just vote for independence.
Yeah.
You get your 30% pay raise overnight. You're not paying GST anymore.
And the too many students have been flooded here are going to go back home.
They're going to leave because there's no more welfare state for their parents. They're going to go home. And not only that, you're going to have teachers clawing to get into Alberta from all over the country when they're not paying the same income taxes, or any for that matter, when they're not paying GST, and when they're getting the funding they need, because the billions of dollars that were being funneled out to ungrateful provinces like Nova Scotia, it gets to stay here. And it gets to build schools. And it gets to hire more teachers. And it gets to ensure that everybody has a good education. Yeah. Not a woke one, but a good one, safe from suggestive materials and influence in our children's schools. For anybody who complains, well, the healthcare system's not going anywhere. Again, how many doctors will take a 30% pay raise and claw their ways into this province? All the doctors that fled Alberta will be rushing back.
And again, all of the immigrants that are flooding this country and turning everything as bad as it is will be going back home or to another province because they're not going to get the benefits from the government.
You can't blame Trump. And that's going to be the one thing they use.
Nothing to do with
They're
Trump.
going to use that so much.
And he has nothing to do with it.
No, it's 10 years. It's not even just 10 years. The last 10 years have been the eye-opener. It's been decades of abuse to Alberta.
He's just an easy orange target.
Think as far back as the National Energy Program.
Yeah.
We've been taking it up the tailpipe for so long.
Too long.
Yeah, we want remigration. And it's not racist to say it.
No.
And you know what? Anytime I hear, is it racist? Or you're a racist for saying that? I'm going to start, I said it the other night. I'm done being nice about it. I'm going to tell people to shut up. Shut up.
They're not even vetting the people that come in here anymore.
Nope. I don't think they were to begin with.
No, we know that they weren't, but now they're making it even more clear they don't even have to.
Here's what Danielle had to say about it. It's time we start having a hard conversation about exercising more control over immigration policy and whether the province should limit eligibility for social services only to citizens, permanent residents, and individuals with an immigration permit granted by the Alberta government. So you don't get the welfare state unless Alberta says so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it should be.
That's the bottom line. Oh, sorry, that's just what it reminded me of.
Oh, what is this? I see it all in caps. Remember, with socialists, you're dealing with the mentally ill folks. Sad but true. We are. Yeah. We are. But Danielle, and for anybody who says, hey, she's not on our side, she doesn't agree with any, why is she doing all these things?
Why would she open the doors and help us get this started if she wasn't for it?
I tweeted out today something when I talk about the remigration. Oh, there's Chris Barber with his truck. By the way, honk honk, he gets to keep it again. I love saying that.
I love it.
Here's Rise of Alberta saying, if Quebec can demand independence without being called extreme, why can't Alberta?
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good question because Quebec's moving forward.
Yeah, but Quebec doesn't offer anything for Canada.
I follow Blonde Bigot on social media.
Sorry, it makes me nauseous watching you scroll.
And I tweeted this out today. Blonde Bigot's my spirit animal. He or whatever this guy's name is. Tweeted out, how does it feel being racist? She said, so good. Think back to the first time you slid into a goat. It's probably like that. That's how nice I'm going to be going forward. That's bad. When I hear this stuff. You know, when people say, oh, you're a racist and a misogynist and you're an ist and an ism because you want to separate. You're such a terrible person. I'm going to say, go to Walmart, buy a suitcase, get your stuff in it, and get out. Go home. Go back wherever you came from. I don't want you here anymore.
No.
Get out. Because if you don't leave now, when we vote for our independence, you'll leave anyways. So just spare us the pain, spare us the headache, pack your shit and go. I'm done. We're all done. We're fed up. Carnage with the $10 super chat. I work with many brown folk and most want independence for Alberta and are just as mad. We don't judge them or talk to them. You may be surprised. So
yeah,
it's funny because I ran into one of my viewers. Yeah, spare us your insolence. I ran into one of my viewers at a Best Buy. Well, about a month ago.
Yeah.
I'd say I think it was East Indian. But he came up and he said to me, look, he says, I grew up in Montreal. He says, my family is obviously not from here. He says, I grew up in Montreal. And he says, and I agree with everything you talk about on the channel when it comes to immigration. This is when he talked to me and said that you're not getting doctors, you're not getting lawyers anymore. You're not getting people who want to come here and make a difference. You're getting villagers. You're getting the riffraff. This is why women are getting assaulted. This is why they're out firing guns in the middle of fields and stuff. They don't have any respect for our country.
No.
They don't have any respect for our borders.
Their country doesn't want them.
They don't, they're here to take your welfare money and live the good life off of our tax dollars. So while people are told that they're greedy for not giving to charities by the Globe and Mail, it's because we're giving all of our money to them. Our food banks are being overrun by them going in and getting free food and bragging about it. How many videos have we shown on this channel of guys saying, you get $84,000 a year if you go to Canada? It sounds like free money to me. Go pack your bags. And then all of a sudden we see videos of
how to get free food from the food
banks. There was a guy we showed on the channel about a year ago who worked for TD Bank in Toronto. I save all this money getting free food from the food bank. Here's how to do it. And he's wearing like expensive Nike brand clothing and a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
This is why I get mad, especially when it comes to charities. We saw a guy with a sign the other day out in the freezing cold in Edmonton. Destitute, struggling, looking for help. He was wearing designer shoes, nice gloves, and a decent winter jacket. And I am so sick of the scam artists. Have you guys seen the scam artists that Rebel News has been following around in Ontario? The Romanians that are lying about them being homeless or destitute, they get picked up in the vans and taken home. They get driven around to different areas. Yep. I am so sick of those scam artists. I'll tell you one thing that they need to do in these cities, because it's not a provincial law, it's a municipal one. You need to start pressing your city councilors to push for it, making it illegal for people to beg for money in the streets.
Yep.
It should be illegal. Because people who truly need help should be able to go to facilities. They should be able to go to shelters and get the help that they need, rehab clinics, whatever it may be. Danielle is already putting forward policy that tent cities will be illegal in the streets.
Yeah.
Begging should be illegal as well.
100%.
There are people out there trying to get your money just because.
Tax-free money.
Tax-free.
And they make a lot. They make a good living.
There it is. It's not Romanians, it's gypsies who originated in India. Okay, my bad.
Sorry.
My bad. I thought they said Romanians. My bad. Either way, the problem is, just like the charity on this channel, there's so many times I've said with Tiff, I'd love to give somebody who's actually starving, somebody who's actually dealing with a hard time, if they were out freezing their ass off, I'd love to give them a 20 or 40 bucks and say, go get a blanket and then something to eat. But the problem is that you don't know if they're just dressing the part and going and jumping in their car when they're done, making a couple $100 a day off of people's pity and kindness.
Yeah.
That shit's got to stop.
It's horrible.
It's got to stop.
But there are so many just taking advantage of good-hearted people.
It ruins the idea of charity.
It does.
And it's part of the reason why, like, even when we donate on this channel, I always say it has to go to a registered charity.
Yeah.
I can't just give it to some office because I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know if they're going to spend half of it on themselves or their ads or whatever else they're doing. I want it to actually go to what we're paying for, what we're giving the money for, people that need it.
We dig into the charities to make sure it's not going to the guy at the top, that it is actually going to the people in need.
So Ethereal has a point here. The problem with shelters is they allow drug addicts in the shelter and other homeless who don't do drugs often sleep outside, because if they do go to the shelters, they'll get robbed or beaten. So very good point. This is why Danielle Smith is putting in laws to treat those with addiction if they show up at shelters versus taking them in. They don't want it to be a carousel or a hamster wheel of rotating doors of people coming in and out of the shelters that aren't there for the right reasons, that aren't there to get back on their feet or make their lives better. You could just tell me what to point out instead of
right
overtaking.
Here. Panhandling is a business.
That's why you have to buy a license for that in Calgary, and now some are using debit and credit card machines. Is that real?
What?
Is that for real? Are there people with a debit machine?
So I know that my daughter got a new wallet this week, and it came with something, a credit card protector, so that you can't use the scanning thing on it. Because if I were to use a scanning thing on your phone right now, I could get your money without your knowledge at all, because everything is tap.
Yeah. Oh, that stuff's existed for a while.
No, but if they have that, could you imagine how sneaky that is?
Tamara's now a Rebel News employee. Yes, we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Hang on. I'm looking for somebody to verify. There's people with debit machines walking around.
That is not a job. Sorry, not sorry.
I would literally like scream at somebody if they said I'm homeless and had a debit machine with them. Are you kidding me? Randy, $5. Saw that guy today. Nicer shoes than me. $300 boots and a big designer jacket.
Yep.
It's a scam. They come here and take
and they
care
drive
of
them around
people.
from different locations. They switch it up.
Tina says, yes, it's true.
But it's the same story. That is insane.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for your service. Present a debit machine.
Yeah, you can get an RFID shielded wallet to stop that. Yep.
Yes, and I love that. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, Ridge Wallet does it as well.
Yep.
Yeah. It's one of those small handheld debit machines.
Yeah, just the little ones.
I don't encourage violence ever, ever. I think that would be my line. I think if I saw somebody on the street, can you spare a couple of dollars? Just tap your card here. I'd hit them with a brick.
But how many times did you run into the one person at the co-op gas station in Calgary who just needed $5 for gas? Man, I just ran out of gas. I need to go get my kid. How many times in a row did you run into that person, that same person?
I love how Nilok says, are my super chats being ignored? No, relax. We're getting to them. We have to leave because with Bill C3, they'll use that as a loophole to get social services out of Alberta. Probably the reason they did it. We got to go.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Randy with $5. Thank you so much. Saw that guy today. We got that one.
Yep.
Carnage Carney, $10 super chat. I'll admit, when I was 17 back in the 80s and living on the streets of Vancouver, we could stand in front of office buildings and get with a cup and open doors for people, and we'd make 40 to 50 bucks a day.
We had a friend in high school that did that, and he was doing it outside my mom's school where she worked, and she threw a newspaper at him and
threw a paper at him and said, get a job.
By the way,
job.
Tiffany just says hi.
It's the problem with these things is that everybody's a bleeding heart. Everybody wants to help. Everybody feels
Everybody
bad.
has a story, but
I've talked before about how I've been in the grocery line and I've seen people actually struggling when they get there and their card is denied, where I've said, hey, I'll pick it up.
And I had that this week. I was paying in cash and I didn't have enough, and I actually had to put something back. But
it was just because we went in with too little
cash. It wasn't
cash.
that I didn't have the money. I just didn't have the cash.
But when you see the dismay on someone's face when their card bounces and they start saying, okay, put this back, put that back. There's times I've said, I'll pick it up.
Yes.
And it's maybe somebody who's elderly or something like that. And I don't mind doing those things once in a while because you know where your money's going. But the problem when they're outside with these signs, so many times, there was a guy in Calgary. We lived in and we can say it now because we don't live there anymore. We lived in the Spruce Meadows area near Shaughnessy, right at the edge of the city in a community called Somerset. And in the Shaughnessy shopping area, there's a Walmart down there. And every time we'd go down there, there was this one guy walking around with a jerry can.
Always.
Who would always say, hey, man, you got $5? I ran out of gas out on McLeod Trail, and I could sure use a couple dollars.
You ran into him almost every day.
We had to go twice to Walmart in 2 days to get a few things because we forgot something the day before. And we ran into him the second, and he goes, hey, man, you got any money for gas? And I said, you must run out of gas a lot. And he's like, what? And I'm like, weren't you here yesterday? And he kind of just looked at both of us and then he bolted.
Yeah.
Like he ran off. And then all of a sudden, I think it was you that was on Facebook.
Yep.
And there was a community post saying, if you see this little asshole hanging around Walmart, don't give him any money. He drives a BMW. He always talks about how he makes hundreds of dollars a day off of simple-minded Calgarians.
Yep. Well, you had that once you were walking down the mall here in West Edmonton.
In West Edmonton, we were on vacation.
And you were just walking. We stayed at the hotel. You were just walking through, and some kid came up to you, 20 or something like that.
I'd say he was in his mid-20s. And he told me to buy him a coffee at Starbucks. And I said, sorry? And he goes, can you buy me a coffee? And I said, sorry? And he goes, well, I said, you can't afford your own coffee? And he goes, well, I don't want to pay for it. And then this guy was wearing Beats headphones. He was wearing nicer clothes than I was.
Yeah.
And he's got piercings all over the place.
I just didn't want to pay for it.
All I kept thinking in my head is those piercings are there for your dad to grab onto and smack some sense into you. And I says, no, I'm not going to pay for your coffee. And he goes off and talks to the next person. Yeah. And I said, does nobody have any shame? Does anybody not have any shame? I would feel terrible asking somebody for money.
Oh.
Can you pay for my stuff? Are you kidding me?
No.
And it is. And it's the young kids that really just don't care. They don't have any shame. They don't care to ask for that stuff. It bothers me because if I ever was in a point where, and I know somebody's going to put in the comments, well, you ask for money on your streams. Again, that's not the same as what I'm talking about here. What we're talking about is people begging for money.
Yes.
That tell you they're broke when they're not broke. The problem is that there used to be people who were legitimately struggling.
Yes.
And there was lots of times, even when I was a teenager, you'd see a guy on the streets with his clothes torn. He looked like he hadn't showered in a couple of weeks, really struggling. And of course, always throw a few bucks and say, I hope you get back on your feet. You're a bleeding heart. You want to help people.
Buy them a sandwich.
But that's usually what we would do is you go get them something to eat. Can I get you something to eat?
What else do you need?
I was in Winnipeg 2 years ago, and a guy came up to me outside and said, can you help me get something to eat? And the guy looked like he was in a lot of trouble. He said, I'm starving. Absolutely, come in with me. And I bought the guy a hot dog, a bag of chips. He said, can I get a drink? Is that okay?
Yeah.
And he looked very ashamed. I said, get 2 of them. Go ahead. You get whatever you need. And the guy said, really? And he stocked up. I spent about $20 on what this guy wanted.
Yeah, which is nothing to you, but it's a lot to him.
He flooded his backpack with food and said, thank you so much. And before we even got outside, he'd inhaled the hot dog. Like, this guy was struggling. And it feels good to help people when they're struggling. But the problem when they're walking around with these signs, it's the same reason the Globe and Mail gets mad. How come people don't want to donate for corporations to get tax write-offs?
You don't know if they're actually struggling or not, or if that's just a story they're telling people. A lot of them are doing better than we are.
No.
Doing better than anybody.
Marco, $14 super chat. It's funny how the mainstream media called Trump unpredictable. Trump is the most predictable person on planet.
Yeah.
Trump wanted tariffs, lower immigration, cuts to public, and lower energy prices, and he's doing it. He's doing it in real time.
Yeah, it's not like he all of a sudden came out and said, oh, surprise, we're doing tariffs. He warned us.
Steve with another $100 super chat. Off to work. Merry Christmas. Everyone remember to offend a libtard. Stay safe. Steve, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Steve comes to all of our meet and greets.
I love it.
Even though he's in Calgary. Steve, thank you. You're a great man. He gave me my cowbell, by the way.
He did.
He gave me my cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
John with a $20 super chat. The new generation had everything handed to them.
Yeah.
I can remember at 15 years of age working at Tim Hortons for $3.80 per hour.
It wasn't like that back then.
And going to high school. Boy, things have changed. Merry Christmas.
Right?
John, I appreciate that.
Like, I remember working as early as I could start working.
It's my old man always told me, I remember, so when I was growing up in Winnipeg as a teen, because I moved to Calgary when I was 15, and I was starting to get into the stage where some of my friends were getting driver's licenses before I moved. And their parents would give them like a $400 shit box that was sitting in their driveway. Like, they had to kind of stumble to get A to B and figure it out. And yeah, the car runs. That's all that matters. Or some of them were working part-time jobs at like Little Caesars Pizza to try and pay for whatever they could to get around. And that's kind of the way it was. And when I moved to Calgary, the kids I went to high school with, I mean, there was those kids, there was this one group of kids whose parents bought their kid a Eagle Talon in the 90s because he got all A's and stuff. Kids had cars.
Yeah.
And I remember one of my friends who went to school to be an engineer. His parents wanted him to focus on schooling. He got a great job as a chemical engineer.
He spent a lot of time in his car.
His parents bought him a car when he was 16 for Christmas. They bought him a Ford Tempo. It wasn't like a sports car, but it was a decent like $3,000 car to get him from A to B.
Car.
It runs, it's solid.
A couple friends in there.
But they also gave him a credit card for gas.
They did, yeah.
Because they didn't want him to get a job. They wanted him to focus on school. And I remember going to my dad and saying, hey, some of my friends are getting cars. Can you help me get a car? And my dad just laughed and he says, get a job.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you guys told me the same thing as this guy. You don't want me getting a job. You want me to focus on my schoolwork. And he laughed and said, yeah, we buy you a bus pass every month. When you can get a job, go get a car. That's just the way it was. And when I got into my 20s, I think I was 21 when I
didn't even get that. I just had a job.
I was 20 when I bought my first car. It was a Camaro. And I remember my old man telling me, when you're done paying that car off, because luckily a guy I worked with allowed me to make payments on it. My dad told me, he says, you're going to pay for that. And when somebody puts their feet on the dash, you're going to say, nuh-uh, Because you're going to know what you had to work for in order to pay for it.
You still loved me when I told you it was crap.
Even when you told me that car was crap, I still loved you. I loved my Camaro. God, it was pristine too. I'm not going to get into it.
You love me more.
I'll gush over that car, but he said you're going to earn the car. Every dollar you spend on that car, you're going to appreciate it more because you're going to know what it took to earn it.
Yeah.
You're going to know what it took to make the money to pay for that thing. And it was the greatest lesson my father ever taught me. Sure, he could have given me the easy way out, but he didn't. And that's one thing that I do see a lot in this generation, this new generation. They get everything. And I'm guilty of it. We do it with our kids. Oh, okay, you know, everybody else has this, so we got to do it too.
I keep saying no. Hard way. Earn it.
Hard no. But
respect it.
I got to learn to say no sometimes.
Yeah, you're not very good at that.
I'm an enabler. Sean with $100 super chat. Merry Christmas to all the vets and everybody in the chat. Have a safe memorial holiday.
Thank
Sean,
you so much.
Thank you so much for your generous super chat. Alf Heaton, $5 super chat. Do you agree with the Alberta court's decision about lawyers swearing an oath to the king? The court said it's unconstitutional.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you should have to.
No.
I don't think you should have to swear an oath if you don't want to.
Nope.
And it's whether you agree with it or not, you shouldn't have to do anything you don't feel comfortable with. It should be left open to whoever's doing it. That's my take. That's my take, at least. White LTR with another $20 super chat. I was on the street in Edmonton for 10 years. There was no reason to go hungry with all the charities giving hot meals every day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you're better off now.
Yes.
Thank you for the super chat. Did I miss any? I got to make sure I didn't miss any. Sometimes they don't alert us on here when we're getting some. I got to make sure. Here's Vox Guitar. My first car I paid for myself, 74 Camaro. Look, we're twinsies. In Hugger Orange with a Vet 350 high-rise intake and dual quads. Man, I had a.
See, my mom collected bottles to get her first car.
I had a Berlinetta and a Camaro. I think that's what it's called.
It's too
Berlinetta.
low. Too low.
Kind of like the IROC, but it's got the guy took it. He had a GT Grant racing wheel in it. One of those barefoot metal gas pedals, and it was in pristine. It was an '89 Camaro, and I bought it.
Wipers were horrible.
I bought it at the end of '99, so technically 2000. And there wasn't a spot of rust on it, no scratches. It was
beautiful.
In perfect condition. Immigrant driver smacked it at a red light. Had the car, if the car was sitting flat like this, it went up on its wheels like this and then back down, and the whole front end was taken off. And what really pissed me off out of the whole accident, folks, Asian driver with her 3-year-old kid in her minivan smacked my car. The kid was running around on a busy highway while the police were taking statements. The kid didn't even have a car seat and wasn't bolted in. He was okay, but I was sitting there, she's yelling, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. And I'm sitting there going, are you nuts? You're not protecting your kid? Hasn't gotten any better.
You're never, ever going to forget that.
I'm never going to forget, because that's what these drivers do. They come here. The police couldn't be there, like they're on an international license.
You still cry about that car too, don't you?
I love that car. I love that car. One of my friends was like, I can't turn my neck. I'm like, forget your neck. Look at my car.
Screw your neck, my car.
I love that. I was 20. You and I weren't together then.
I know, you're lucky it wasn't me in there.
We weren't together then. That car was a chick magnet. I love that car.
No, it wasn't.
So are you guys moving to the USA if Alberta Independence fails? You're more than welcome here. Hey, if you can tell me how I can get in there easier, I'd love to.
Yes.
I'd love to. Let's get into Q&A. We've gone overtime tonight.
We have.
Where are the likes at? Did we get our 1,000 likes?
Anybody? I know. I saw we were at 500.
What are you
a while
kidding?
ago? Like we were not even close.
$2 super chat from Alf Eden. Long live the Republic of Alberta. Thank you so much. I agree. From the ages of 14 to 17, I had 17 cars, several at the same time. Wow, that's
crazy.
That's crazy. 650 likes. Wow, you guys. What is it? Darth Vader says, "You have failed me for the last time."
You've ruined Christmas.
Why do I keep getting ads on YouTube with Carney asking for $370 and I'll make $1,000 a day?
Wow.
I'm not sure why you're getting those fake.
We're not in charge
AI
of
commercials.
the commercials or the advertisements.
Yeah, so YouTube decides what those commercials are going to be. Not I. Look, I'm not plugging YouTube because I'm so mad at them censoring the channel. But one of the things I've done for the longest time, folks, when it came time for us to get a music provider like Spotify, I went YouTube Premium because you get a music app from them and no commercials, and it's the same price roughly as Spotify. So I pay
because I don't have YouTube Premium. I'm just, like the regular poor people. My ads don't come up as videos. They're just like just a screenshot.
Weird. Yeah, I pay not to have ads, so I'm not sure why those ads are there.
Yeah.
Robert, have the APP figured out how to get past the unions to get the vote? I don't really know. I haven't really asked them that question. I'll ask for next time I'm talking to them.
Maybe after.
Maybe I'll see if I can do a live stream with Mitch and them and an open Q&A for you guys. Maybe guys that can't make it to one of their town halls.
That would be great. Very informative just to have out there on the page as well. It would be awesome.
I think that'd be good. We can get those in. Maybe we'll bring in Keith Wilson at the same time if we can. Is Alberta voting on 2 questions in the 2026, one from Lakazak and one from APP? I don't believe so, but again, I don't know until Alberta actually announces it.
I don't believe it would be both.
It's like you're asking me if the sky's going to be blue tomorrow or a hue of orange. I really don't know.
It will be cold.
We know it'll be cold, just like we know we're getting the vote. Just like we know we're getting the vote.
I could do the weather.
We'll see, I guess. We'll see what happens. Matt says, I give YouTube their stupid $8 so I don't have to see their ads. Thank you so much.
I don't pay for nothing.
What else do we have in the Q&A here?
I hear movement.
No, do not use uBlock Classic and block ads on YouTube. Do you know what happens when you guys do that? YouTube takes my views away. They tell me that people aren't watching the video and I don't get paid. I always
don't do that.
Look, when we're raising money for veterans, I'll shill for super chats, but the reason I don't ask for super chats, and part of the problem with the censorship on YouTube, folks, people with ad blocks or things like that, the views don't count. So any of the people that you're watching their content, unless you're financially supporting them directly, they're not getting paid by YouTube and Google because they're deducting those views. So stop, Jesse. Don't tell people to use that. Nasty. Don't. Nay. Speaking of Jesse, I have done a terrible disservice, and I need to pull this up. If you guys are in the Calgary area, there's this amazing company.
Yes.
My buddy Kyle over at Jesse James. If you guys have hot tubs or are looking for
pools or anything of the sort,
if you're looking for a good deal on a refurbished hot tub, you can get one for under like $4,000 from these guys usually. They did all of our service when we lived in Calgary. They told me that business was really slowing for them. This is a small local owned business in Calgary. If you have a hot tub or if you need chemicals, these guys deliver chemicals to your door. You just order them and they show up with them, and they're the cheapest in town.
Yes.
So you're going to save a lot of money. One of the reasons I use these guys and like them a lot, they're brutally honest with you.
Oh yeah.
I called one company in when we had a broken one of our jets was broken, or no, our pump.
Yeah.
Our pump needed replacing and the manifold. And I brought in a different company. I can't remember the name of them, but they were like auto mechanics where they try to swindle you and tell you got to do all this stuff, and it's going to be $2,000 to fix your hot tub or whatever. I called Jesse James, and this was the first time I met them. They came out and said, you need a pump and you need a patch on this thing. It'll be $300. They were brutally honest, always honest. That's why I use them, and that's why I really love their service.
Absolutely amazing.
If you guys
highly recommend.
If you guys ever need chemicals, or you know anybody who needs chemicals for their hot tubs, please support this small business. Winter gets a little quiet for these guys, and they're the best in the business.
Yep.
I can't recommend them enough. So go with Jesse James Tubs and Games if you're in Calgary. Even if you're, like I said, if you're looking for a refurb hot tub.
Oh, we got one from them. It was amazing.
Our manifold broke after a winter because we winterized that year. It was too expensive to run the hot tub, and we were just going to get rid of it.
Which they do as well.
We were going to get rid of it, and they do winterize and guarantee. But we didn't know that winter. And they sold us a refurbed hot tub for $3,000 that was worth like $12,000. So if you guys are looking for a hot tub for your home, you can get one at a good price from them. And YYC, our super chats going to vets? Yes. All memberships, all super chats.
Today is the last day for that, but everything that we've done this month,
everything up until now, from the December 1st to now, was going
all
to
of
the vets.
our sweaters, shirts,
All of our merchandise,
all
the buy me a coffee,
everything,
donations, all of it. It's all going there.
We will be adding to that as well. So once that's done,
CB, I'm not giving another plug when I just plugged Jesse James. I plug your son's company all the time.
No.
Why did my camera leave? Why did my camera leave? Hold on, folks. Hold on.
It is frozen.
Hang on. I'm gonna get it reconnected.
Did I hit it? I didn't hit anything. I wasn't doing
No,
nothing.
you didn't do anything. It's the stupid camera.
Oh, it works now.
We're back?
We're back. And we're back.
Oh, we're back. We didn't have to. Oh, you're back. We didn't have to cut the stream. It's the government agencies.
It is. They're watching us.
It's not the liberal dog anymore, thank God.
I know.
We don't have liberal dog.
Where did our dog go?
Is there any more Q&A? Let's wrap up with Q&A. Let's get another Q&A.
No more questions.
Yeah, we're at 699 likes. We're not going to hit our 1,000, I don't think. That's too bad. I wanted to do a giveaway. Hot tub party at the Fringes. We don't have a hot tub anymore.
Not anymore.
We sold it with our house.
Sold it with the old house
when we moved. But yeah, Jesse James Tubs and Games. Go check those guys out.
But I know they even helped my mom out in Sylvan Lake. Like, they were amazing.
How about donated products or stuff and do auctions? Maybe in the new year we'll do something like that. I don't know.
That would be something to look into for sure.
Yeah, we'll look into something. What's your thoughts on the Trump war with Venezuela? I don't want to dip into that one yet. You know what the problem is I don't know enough about it. I know little bits and pieces, so I don't want to weigh in with not knowing all the information. So respectfully, I'm going to bow out of that one. The only thing I will say is if Donald's doing it, there must be a reason.
There is a question down there. Stop. Up one. Darren.
Where?
Darren, right below. Down. There you go.
I was asking earlier about the 7 to 50 rule and if it applies to Alberta wanting out. What's the 750 rule? Darren, can you hit in what the 7 to 50 rule is? I'm unaware of what that means. Major Flips, 369 Super Chat. When will the Alberta MAGA hats be in the store? I'll get working on those. I promise. I'll get those going. I'll get those moving.
Oh, did you see the Canadian halftime show? Hockey halftime show? Is that the one you were showing me? Is that the one with
the Jeets dancing at the Edmonton game? Yeah, no thanks.
I mean, that would completely stop me from watching hockey, period.
You know what's funny is that I have 2 Edmonton Oilers jerseys. One of them's a Gretzky one because everybody hates Gretzky now because of Trump. He's the great one in my books. And I bought another one, the black and orange one, when I first moved here because I live in the area. Yeah. I like their sharp colors, and I support a local team. And my son loves the Oilers. I won't go to an Oilers game. No, I won't support them. And I can't wear my Oilers jersey on stream because everybody's like, "Oh, look, he likes Mark Carney because he's wearing an Oilers jersey." That's not how that works. I hate it. I hate how easy
everything he touches is just dirt.
I hate how easily people get so triggered on this channel. Wish I could do more. Thank you both. That is more than enough, Mel.
More than enough.
Thank you for the $28 super chat. I'm looking for Darren to chime in on what that. Oh, 7 provinces with at least 50% of the vote. No, we don't need that.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. I don't believe we need that. Do we? What Keith Wilson has laid out on the Clarity Act. Other provinces don't get to decide if we leave or not. They don't get to decide.
No.
I'll explain it in a second.
They get to sit back and just watch it happen.
New Hampshire versus Texas. Oh, don't make me hurt Americans' feelings. I like Texas. I just like Texas because it's a lot like Alberta. The people are a lot like Alberta.
Well, Alberta is like the Texas of Canada.
I don't like comparing it like that because Canada is such an embarrassment these days. But yeah. I mean, I love Texas.
Texas is so cool.
It is like Texas. The people are like Texas here.
Yeah.
Ingrid, $2 super chat. Keep praying for my mom. We will. Thank you so much. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. All I'm thinking about is the chapstick for liberals.
And liberalism. And liberalism. Look, I've been to Katy, Texas. I really like Katy, Texas.
I have never been.
I like Houston.
I would love to.
I like Houston.
I have a friend in Texas.
Everything's better in Texas. Gretzky's a big inspiration. Carney not so much, though Calgary is a local team. So that's the thing that I wanted to support the Oilers for my son when we moved here, but also because I'm a local. People are always wearing their Oilers jerseys around here and
We're
stuff.
Jets fans.
I'm a Jets fan. I'm a diehard Jets fan. I love my
Except
Jets.
for our son, but
I love my Jets. Like I'll wear the Oilers just to be nice, but because of Wayne, who doesn't love Gretzky? But
a legend.
I also wear it to trigger all the lefties. But the Winnipeg Jeets, yeah, I've heard what they've been doing in between shows as well. I'm not too impressed with that.
And it
the
annoys
NHL in
Theo a little
general,
bit.
the NHL in general needs to get off the woke shit. Just play hockey. That's what you're there to do. Let's talk about the 7 to 50 because I'm getting off track. You guys are so good at diverting me. It's like people know I have ADHD.
They do.
Here's the thing with the 7 to 50. The way Keith Wilson has explained what happens, and I'll explain it for the umpteenth time. The reason APP has rephrased their question when it says, do you agree that Alberta should now cease to be a part of Canada and be an independent state? A lot of people are confusing that with America, like, oh, they're all pro-America, now they want to become the 51st state. Mitch Sylvester was on an interview with Bridge City News recently. You should go watch that interview. He says the same thing, and he said, because some people had even said in the comments, well, they should have known better before putting that in there. There's a reason for it, and I'll get to that, but he said they knew it was going to be a problem. However, the word state does not always get associated with the United States. It means its own area, its own place.
Yeah.
State can mean many things. The reason they asked the question if it should remain its own state is that when Alberta votes for its independence, there will be no conflict within the Clarity Act because they've literally focused the question around the exact wording of the Clarity Act so that the federal government can't turn around and say, well, it's not clear enough or it doesn't hold water because it goes against our definition of things. No, they used the exact wording of the Clarity Act. That's why it says state. So, that being said, should Alberta vote in favor of a referendum by a reasonable number, typically the 60% mark, then what happens is Danielle Smith would come forward and say, we've accepted that Albertans have voted in favor of this. We're going to count this as definitive. And we now have our new marching orders to make Alberta an independent republic. At that time, it triggers all provinces. And again, this is by Keith Wilson's decree, not me making things up or anything else. So this is what Keith Wilson has said. All provinces, First Nations, federal government, and premiers come to the table in good faith to negotiate Alberta's exit from Canada, and they do not get a veto. So they can't say, I don't want to go there. I'm just staying home. Dog ate my homework. I'm not going to be a part of that. They have to, in good faith, come to the table to negotiate things like the military bases, what happens with First Nations, the provincial parks like the Rocky Mountains. How do we negotiate things like the pensions that are owed and money that Alberta owes the federal government and vice versa? You basically get everything on the table. You decide where the cards have fallen, and the process begins to remove Alberta from Canada. The reason for the question, again, is because now the federal government can't turn around and say, well, because of the Clarity Act, this question's being disregarded. It's not true. We're not going to take that. We're not going to accept it. What would really benefit us is if the United States turns around in a successful referendum and recognizes Alberta as an independent state. Because at that point, folks, if they want to have a pushback with America between the federal government and the Trump administration, that could spark a lot of tensions around the world. It really could. Now, Jeff Rath, Dr. Modry, the APP, they were in the United States this last week. Pipeline projects are on the table. They're discussing those pipeline projects with an independent Alberta. Danielle Smith is talking pipeline projects for Alberta going down to the U.S., getting us coastal access. The United States is very aware of what Alberta wants, from my understanding. So there is no veto from the other provinces. They can't turn around and say, you're not allowed to leave. If Trump recognizes Alberta is independent, that only pushes us forward faster. it's going to be like Brexit, where you're going to see people get mad and they're going to say, oh, no, you can't do that. The laws will say otherwise. Again, anytime people want to talk about Bruce Party, or they want to talk about other things that have been laid out, or somebody said this in the news, or somebody said that, I don't see two reputable constitutional lawyers like Keith Wilson or Jeffrey Rath wasting all of the manpower and hours that they've given to moving forward with independence just to find out as soon as we vote, you can't do it anymore. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the ins and outs of the legal system, but Keith Wilson wouldn't be sitting on YouTube telling everybody there's no veto. This is how it works. No. If it was false.
We don't make things up here.
So, yeah, the USA, well, it's my understanding that the USA would back us.
100%.
They would back us. Yeah, even Matt says it. If there's a successful referendum and they try to say you can't leave, bad things will happen. I get you. They will. Yeah, state meaning one under one nation territory and under one government. Yes. Yes. Well, he's not just a lawyer. He's a constitutional lawyer. Jeff Rath is a constitutional lawyer. Like, it's not just like a criminal lawyer or a divorce lawyer. They're constitutional lawyers. They deal in this kind of law, and they have for many decades.
Yeah.
So they know the law.
They know what they're doing.
So when people say, oh, yeah, I think Bruce Party had a point about this, or they're saying that over here, or they're saying this. If Keith Wilson is saying this, and the other thing, I'm going to go with what Keith Wilson's saying, because he wouldn't be wasting his time on.
Absolutely.
Do you know how much money those guys charge? Do you know how much money Keith Wilson charges per hour? I don't, but I can assure you I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I can assure you I cannot afford Jeff Rath or Keith Wilson. They would not be giving their time to this. So for now, I will just say that if Keith says something, it's gospel. And if Keith is wrong, then everybody be mad at Keith.
Yeah.
It's Keith's fault.
Blame him.
Blame Keith. Yeah, here it is. Who cares what the rest of the world thinks or says? Once the U.S. recognizes Alberta's independence, it's all over. Except for Ottawa's crying.
And then you can drink from the Liberal Tears cup.
I'm curious for when Alberta separates, how it'll be for Canadians wanting to move back home to Alberta. Will there be border patrol? If they were born in Alberta, no. Nope. If they were born in Alberta, they shouldn't have a problem. I'm not sure what those rules are going to be. People get mad at me when I say if you're common sense and you want a freer country, if you want to live in a better place, move to Alberta. People in the comments are like, stop telling people to move here. You know what they're going to bring with them, aren't you? I'm talking about people who share our values. People who want what we're getting. All the other guys, the lefties, the commies, no, stay out of here. Don't come here. Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Oh, there we go, folks. Okay, with that, no better way to end the live stream. I want to thank everybody who super chatted throughout this whole month, not just tonight. Everybody who supported
so much.
Our veterans. Thank you, everyone. Whether it was a $2.79 super chat or a $400 super chat, you guys have shown and proven once again you are the greatest YouTube community on this platform.
Hands down.
I'm going to have to identify as a veteran after Christmas because I'm broke. So we'll have to figure out something in the new year.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. Well worth it because it is for our vets. We love our vets. No, Matt, it is not a rally. We got to go over this again. It is not a rally. It is not a rally. Let's bring it up again.
It is a town hall.
It is an independence event. It's a town hall at the BMO Center Monday, January 26th at 7 p.m. APP has said they're going to have a rally similar to what was at the legislature in Edmonton later on. But they want this to be a big event. So if you're in the Calgary area or willing to travel, fill all 6,000 seats, folks, and let's see you there.
Let's go.
As long as the weather is permitting, the Fringe will be there.
Yes.
$20 super chat. Merry Christmas. God bless.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Same to you're a married man. You can't afford anything. I could afford.
I don't spend the money. You might be shocked about that.
I could afford.
It is not
little, I could afford a little sanity once in a while. And I was going to make a joke that the super chats were at 6.7 before that, but now they're at 6.8. Now they're at 6.8, so I can't even make that joke anymore. Guys, thank you for coming out. Thank you for being in the stream.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all your super chats for our vets. I'll have a total for you on Boxing Day.
Yes.
That will be our next live stream. Until then, folks, keep your eyes.
Yes, we will be here next week.
So keep your eyes on the channel. I'll try to have as much content as I can between now and Christmas. Not sure how much that's going to be because really the government stops working and there's not really a lot going on. But whatever there is to talk about, folks, I'll bring in some things. Maybe I'll bring in some fun you laugh, you lose videos or something.
Yeah, let's do something.
To get you guys through the holidays. Something fun.
Something fun after the chaos of Christmas.
Until then, ladies and gentlemen, please have the merriest of Christmases. Please stay warm. Please take time to appreciate your family. Look at what you have, not what you don't. We're getting the greatest gift of all this year, folks. We're getting independence.
2026 is our year.
2026 is our year. We can literally vote our way out of this. I will see you all after Christmas on Boxing Day. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Keep your stick on the ice. From myself, from Mrs. Fringe, all the best. For those who are celebrating Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. I don't know if that's what they say.
It is Happy Hanukkah.
I know they don't say Shalom. I don't know what the Jewish say for Hanukkah. I apologize. Please forgive my ignorance. Enjoy all your holidays.
Thank you.
Around Christmas. And I will see you guys Boxing Day. Take care, everybody. From Mrs. Fringe and myself, have a great night.
Take care.